started. It all started with a sneeze.
Yes.
Most of the time we start with a bang. Right?
I know.
We're different here.
That's our version.
So, yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. And you're watching The Wake Up Call here on LoadedTV.com, coming to you live from Reno, Nevada. We're here every morning on the weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. We're so glad that you decided to join us. I'm Natalie Jones.
I'm Ken McKim.
I'm Dave Preston. And so Ken, we got to do something. I forgot to do something.
What's that?
You weren't here on Friday, so I brought you back from of IE. So there you go.
Thank you. I love this kind of stuff.
They unlike Mexico where they're on the beach, they don't do that there, but they have all kinds of very interesting craftsmen all over the place. And
thank you.
So you missed your little shell lace.
I appreciate it. Well, I got it today.
There you are. So it
all worked out.
It's
Tuesday. It's raining.
It is raining.
It's all right. You like it?
I love the rain. I love the rain. I love gloomy skies. I like the whole.
Oh, really?
thing. Yeah.
You'd like Seattle?
It'll keep going.
Seattle.
It'll keep going for another 24 hours or so. But tomorrow afternoon it should clear out, and we'll be in the high 70s, maybe even 80 degrees by Saturday.
I'm hoping so. You like it.
I don't mind the heat. I like a mix of weather, which is why I've always liked living in Reno, because we used to get a lot more variety, but we've had such bad winters lately. Hardly any snow. Yeah. It just feels like extended cold fall and nothing.
Yeah.
Much
It's kind of a weird.
Yeah.
Is it climate change? Yes.
It's a climate change.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, something's happening.
Helen, hello, Stella, Laura, Etta. We got all the girls on. Randy, Mary. Mary says she wants one.
We're outnumbered today.
She wants one. All right. So we have a great show for you today. We're going to, of course, do news.
We got some news.
Hi, Jack.
Is it news? I don't even know. And then we're going to have the Mighty Surf Lords on a little bit later, and they're going to be talking about a show that they're doing coming up. I think it's next month, and it's going to be all going to be surf music, but it's actually got a charity component involved. So we're going to talk to them.
All the Beach Boys type surf music.
All of that kind of music. And I think they're bringing in. We'll get to the details, but they're bringing in a pretty big headliner. So if that's kind of your thing,
there you go.
they're going to be. And you'd be surprised there are a lot of surf bands.
There are, and I actually got to see the Beach Boys completely unplanned. I was visiting a friend. This is back when I was a sophomore in high school during the summertime, and we went down to Huntington Beach. We stayed there with his dad for a couple weeks, and they just happened to be playing, and we got to go see them. And Mike Love, was that his name? The lead singer, one of the lead singers.
Or Brian Wilson.
Well, there's Brian Wilson, but then there's Mike Love and a couple others. Yeah, and he was still with them at that point, so it was really cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him a couple times. Yeah, they're still kicking, man.
Oh, they don't
they're
stop.
Still going.
And the Rolling Stones have been getting so much bad press lately. Have you seen it? They're getting taken to task because their ticket prices are like $600, and no one's buying them, of course, because who can afford $600
Seriously?
tickets?
Yeah.
So
you can go get a plane ticket to Paris for that.
I know. So it's like they've dropped it back to like $85 now, and they're still having trouble filling the stadiums. I think it's a good time for them to really call it quits.
Yeah, this should be their final road tour.
Really should be.
Their final farewell.
Okay.
There are tribute
I'm
bands.
a musician.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put my 2 cents in.
Okay.
Here we go. I think I think you should play as long as you want, as long as people will buy the tickets, but maybe not these huge stadium shows.
Yeah, you got to get down to more intimate venues.
Yeah. And make it accessible to people. I mean, and I don't know if that has something to do with Ticketmaster or whatever. I don't know. I know it's like 100%.
It's the cost of the facility. You start there.
And all the
$600
other overhead. The big stadium.
There's no question those numbers are.
Remember when we were talking about how much it was to go see the Book of Mormon?
Oh, sure.
I
will say this. In 1968, on their farewell tour, I did, as a very young kid, I saw the Beatles in Cleveland Stadium. And I want to say that in 1968, I still paid $45 for a ticket. In 1968, that's a lot.
That is a lot of money.
But there were a lot of the comments are that there's a lot of tribute bands that do Rolling Stones tunes better than the Rolling Stones do now. That's bad. That's never good. When your tribute bands do a better job at your songs than you do. I mean, that's pretty. Or like poor Justin Bieber the other day, he got attacked on stage in the.
I know. That's one of my stories.
Oh well, I'll shut
then
up.
go right to
There
it.
we go, stepping all over Natalie's stuff again. This is why she beats me every day, because I deserve it.
No, it's okay. So we've got a great show. Are you doing your dinner date? When is that coming up?
Yes, I don't know.
You don't know. All right, we'll
We've
find
got
out.
a lot of things. We got a lot of things that are in the taping works. So.
Yes, a lot of things in the taping works. So, yes, Justin Bieber was attacked on stage. He has been on a big European tour, and what happened was someone ran up on stage. That was in Dubai, and that was on Sunday, just last Sunday. But he was, they tackled this dude and threw him to the floor.
Quickly.
He knocked the piano over. I don't know. That's a feat, knocking a piano over.
Yeah.
But they said he was just a fan, and he was quite young, and everything was okay. He's been he's been on his big European tour, which is Believe, and he's actually been. They've cited that he's been reuniting with Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
I know that's what you all are waiting to hear about every
yeah.
morning is about Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
But he's all right. He's talented.
No, and he'll as long as he continues to adapt his music, it doesn't try to live in a genre. He can't live there.
Yeah.
Speaking of you're in the Mideast, here's an interesting story, which I think is really the telltale of how that part of the world is going to go back to. And I'm going to just say that. I'm going to give you a headline.
All right.
Turkish National Airlines has barred female flight attendants from wearing red lipstick and nail polish.
I'd be in trouble.
You would.
Yes, and it struck a nerve because the Turks are worried that the country is going back to the old Islamic ways.
Yeah.
Turkish Airlines, Europe's fourth largest carrier, said it was going to ban. The ban was aimed to keep crews well-groomed, with no pastel tones, more of a natural look to improve the communication with passengers. Now, what a lot of people don't know, if you've never flown in that part of the world, many Islamic countries, of course, most Islamic countries ban alcohol. So the airliners, when they take off, until they get out of the airspace, those countries can't serve any kind of alcohol.
So are they going to be applying lipstick after they get out of the airspace?
Right.
The guidelines under restrictions on the employee's appearance, not serving alcohol, critics say that this reflects the influence of the government's conservative religious values at the fast-growing state-run airline, one of Turkey's most recognized brands. This new guideline is totally down to the Turkish airline management desire to shape the company to fit its own political agenda, said the president of the airline labor union. No one can deny that Turkey has become more conservative and more of a religious company. Turkey is 99% Muslim, but NATO states that the European Union candidate has a secular constitution, and so there is a chance that they will adopt some more modern ways. But again, the bottom line is that they are returning more to the following of the Muslim religion, and I think that
as a private company, that's their right.
Well, it's government-owned.
That's government.
It's
government-owned.
Then I take that back.
But yeah, and that's the way it's going. And I mean, it's just like in Afghanistan. What's happening there is that we're pulling out. We're going to be gone in a year. Most of the American troops, and they're afraid that it's going to resort back to the old ways because, there's a mentality.
I mean, okay.
And I'll start
at some point, it is what it is. I don't know. I mean.
Yeah. Who are we to say?
I don't know, but I mean, as a woman, I would not want to live there probably because I'm used and grew up having certain freedoms. Mm-hmm. But I guess I also feel like sometimes we need to have more cultural tolerance. I don't know.
Well,
it's such a hard, complicated thing to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, I had my daughter who spent 2 years in a Muslim country in the Peace Corps. And she was a very active, vivacious soccer player, very,
Well, you got to be careful.
And so she really had to adapt. But what she did learn is that they're willing to listen, and they're willing to listen. They're willing to give some things an opportunity. But there are some things that they are still very fundamentalist. No, absolutely not.
Well, and I guess maybe they would look at some people in our country and think that we're very right-wing, or
sure.
I guess there's extremes in every country.
Well,
right?
and then we're putting out stuff like Jersey Shore, and we wonder why some countries think that we're crap.
We're weenies?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the chat. Edda says crossing cultures is very difficult. Boris. Hi, Boris. Haven't seen you in a while. Things have changed much in Russia, so he's saying there's some good stuff. And then John says he flew with the Turkish Airways back in '92. So that's interesting. It's stuff that we can't get away from anymore. I think the world is getting smaller and smaller, and we're connected in so many different ways, and we'll see. I guess I just hate to, if that's the way they want it, why are we to say no?
Well, I don't think we have the right to dictate to them any more than they do to us. I mean, it's their country. It's kind of their deal. It is complicated.
I'm gonna put this on my wrist, I think.
The bottom line is we don't have to live there. We don't have to abide by those rules. And the people that do have a choice to either go with the status quo, or if they want to see change, then they can work to make change happen.
There's only one interesting concept, one thing that we tend to lose sight of in this country, and I had to deal with all three of my children when they first started traveling abroad, and that is when you're in a different country, what you know as your rights and freedoms are not there.
Right.
And a lot of people that leave this country and for the first time don't understand that concept, that when you leave the shores of America, there is no democracy, there is no Fourth Amendment, there is no protection. You really have to adapt to the ways of the world, and that's a little more challenging than it sounds.
Do you know what really gets my goat, so to speak? Not that I have a goat, not speaking literally here, but it's always weird to me how it seems like other countries, and I'm not picking on any one particular group, but they're a lot tougher with their immigration standards than we are. We're very lax compared to places like Australia. If any of us wanted to emigrate to Australia, it's my understanding that we'd have to be able to show that we bring a skill that can't be fulfilled by any of their native citizens, that they're actual natural. So if we can't bring something to the table, we don't get in the country.
Well, and they give very limited work visas when you go abroad. Very limited. And what they're saying is that you can fill that spot for a while, but if a national comes along that can fill that spot, they're entitled to it.
I just think we are so lax when it comes to immigration from everywhere. Like I said, I'm not picking on any one group or anything, but I mean we're really relaxed. And if you or I snuck into Iran, you can bet that there would be some consequences.
Check. Gonna do that tomorrow. Okay. All right. Ruby says, there's different rules in different states. Is that not the same thing? Yeah, I guess so. And we're just talking about differences, and I think that's what it comes down to. And if we can all, you gotta try and love your neighbor. Bake them a cake.
This is graduation time, right?
Yes.
Everywhere in the country. Well, how about this? With friends and family ready to gather for the graduation of Washington State University, Cassie Dotz, they thought it would be a good idea to have another ceremony, her wedding. So she married a University of Idaho fishery science graduate, Ben Ho, in a ceremony Friday in Moscow, Idaho. Then she received her doctorates in veterinary medicine Saturday from Washington State University. The Moscow Pullman Daily News reports that Dotz wore her cap and gown over her wedding dress because the wedding was just before the graduation ceremony.
Okay.
That's memorable.
The couple plans to move to Nevada. Here we go, where she wants to practice veterinary medicine in Las Vegas. So anything can happen at graduation. Weddings and graduations. It's a good way to kill two birds with one stone.
Yes, right.
Not as many presents.
Right.
That's true.
Well, something a little bit lighter. Okay, I like adventurous flavors in candy and stuff. I'm not afraid to try stuff.
Like bug and stuff?
Well, yeah, just weird stuff, and I'm not too squeamish when it comes to that, but this next one that I'm going to tell you about, I don't think I could handle. It just seems like it's wrong. It's just wrong. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy. Oh, dear.
There is... Let me bring this over here behind the screen here. There is a company called Tayto, or Tavto, and they have created a limited edition cheese and onion chocolate bar. And it's sold by this Irish potato chip brand, Tayto. And they only created 100,000 of the bars, but they sold out like almost immediately. And it was based on there was a contest they had to see, okay, what flavor combination would you like to see? And the company CEO, Eamon Eastwood, told the Herald Sun that the public's reaction was explosive. Quote, "I couldn't believe the reaction. It went off the Richter scale with almost 500,000 impressions." he characterizes their taste as unusual, crunchy chocolate, and then a lingering taste of cheese and onion. But, you know, we're not going to get to try them over here, and I don't know if that's
Where are they from
necessarily
again?
a bad thing. It's Ireland.
Ireland.
Oh, Ireland.
is the company that does it, and cheese and onion chocolate. So there you go, I guess.
I'm trying to think of what that would taste
If you
like.
wanted the
flavor
same thing,
profile,
you
I
could get, okay, Cheetos, eat a Cheeto, eat a Funyun, and then eat a Hershey bar.
I
Maybe
hate
you get the
Funyuns.
same thing. I don't know.
Yes. Something just, I just can't see onion in chocolate. That really...
I think it's the onion, right?
Yeah, the onion is
The
definitely...
cheese maybe too. I don't know.
Well,
Gary says that cheese and onion chips are popular in the UK, so...
Yeah.
Cheese and onion chips, though.
Cheese and
I mean,
onion
I'd eat a
chip.
cheese and onion chip,
Or
but then
crisp,
throw
he
some
says,
chocolate on there. Hey, I know what you could do. You could get the cheese and onion chips and dip them in chocolate. And then you would know what it
And then you would
tasted
know
like.
what it tasted like. That's a good
Probably
idea.
pretty gross.
You could get the like, cheese
Give
and onion
it
potato,
to your
Pringles.
neighbor.
Give it to your
No.
neighbor.
That's really interesting.
Only
Weird.
if you never want your neighbor to talk to you again.
I like
Sure.
weird flavors of chocolate, but I like it to taste good.
No,
Not
I
nasty.
can't.
The Irish invented the inflatable dashboard and waterproof tea bags. And being part Irish, I'm exceptionally proud of that. So don't
Who
you
said
rag
that?
on the Irish.
The inflatable dash.
The inflatable dashboard.
All right, awesome. Who is that? Kirk.
Kirk.
I love that. Inflatable dashboard. All right, I'm cracking up about this. Oh, hey, you guys did you ever watch The Office?
Oh, yes. The original one with Ricky
I
Gervais.
know, I love the British one, but the American version was huge here, and it is shot in California, but they had a huge, a big in Scranton, that's where they're supposed to be based in Pennsylvania, yeah.
The paper company.
Right. The beloved characters, the actors who played Jim, Pam, and Dwight, and a bunch of other people on Saturday, they were there for they're not going to have the show anymore, so it was like an ending kind of a party.
It's a wrap party.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they rode in classic convertibles. They posed for hundreds of fans for their photos for their fans, and then they took the stage in front of the Lackawanna. I like to say that. Lackawanna courthouse, and they played a concert with the Scrantones, the band that performs the show's theme song. So it's been a very popular show, and they did all these things. Now they actually, like I said, they shoot it in California, but they use a lot of the landmarks there, including Cooper Seafood House and Poor Richard's Pub and the Lackawanna County Coal Mine Tour. Sounds like fun. So they're pretty excited. But it is going to be ending on I forgot.
Yeah.
May 16th. I think May 15th. This week they're not going to be having The Office anymore.
I couldn't get into it. I like Steve Carell well enough, but I couldn't get into the show. The only time I was vaguely interested was when they brought James Spader on.
Right.
And then they didn't
I
have
love
enough
James
James Spader, so I couldn't.
Well, you
I
see,
couldn't
the
watch
problem
it.
I had is I watched so much
Me
of the
too.
Ricky Gervais, and you just can't help drawing a comparison in your mind at the very least. You go, and while Steve Carell is very funny and a very talented actor, Gervais had this edge about him.
It's the most uncomfortable. There was times with the British version that I almost couldn't watch it.
Yeah, and it was him.
Right.
Gervais.
It's British comedy, really.
Oh, exactly.
It makes you like, why are they doing this?
It's edgy, and if you watched him the 2 years that he hosted the Golden Globe,
Oh, he's hysterical.
I mean, he just really pushed the envelope, and he did what his style of humor was.
Yeah, he's hysterical.
Ricky Gervais is good.
And I consider that the American
Mike
version
says
tame. It was a tame, much more tame.
Yes. Did you watch the British version?
I watched the British version.
So
I like
good.
It. It's so good, and Ricky Gervais has another series called what was it?
Extras.
An Idiot Abroad.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
The bucket list, and they send their friend.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
pretty
use it
funny.
on Carl on all these bucket list items that are just hysterical.
He had
I love
extras.
that.
Did you ever watch that one?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I had
that
the
was really
first
good
season
too.
of Extras.
So he's a really
Great.
funny guy.
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot of people who are huge fans of the American version though.
Yeah.
So some people are saying
What are they going to do to fill
the British version was better. Oh, Stan says he's never seen either. And Dave Addis says you've lost quite a bit of weight.
Yes, I have. About almost 80 pounds.
Oh my goodness
So
gracious me!
we're getting there.
A whole person almost.
I've lost a whole small person. Correct.
It's like one of the kids from New Direction, maybe.
That's
Or Justin Bieber, yeah.
Or Bieber.
I've lost a Justin Bieber.
I've lost a
I've always
Bieber.
loved that.
Get off me!
Go away, Justin.
Oh my goodness, now we're just getting silly. All right, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, logging in. We appreciate it. Please continue to do so. Tell your friends. We are, by the way, in the news and review on, I don't know,
No.
page 30.
Page 30.
The latest.
So check that out, and please tell your friends. All right, I think we got to wrap this sucker up, put her to bed for a minute. We're going to go to a quick break, but we'll be back. We have lots and lots more here on the Wake Up Call. Wake up.
I'm still waking up.
When you're thinking about New Orleans, why not let jazz good for you?
Laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll. That's what we do at Jazz, a Louisiana kitchen.
Papa Vic here to invite you to the biggest Mardi Gras party this side of the French Quarter. That Tuesday's February 12th, so grab your mask and beads and get your tails on down here.
Sign up for a trip for two to good old New Orleans and enjoy food and drink specials all day. We'll be partying Bourbon Street style with our enticing hurricanes and rum runners and the most authentic Cajun cuisine in northern Nevada in the Legend Shopping Center in Sparks Marina, just west of Shields.
And welcome back. You're watching LoadedTV.com. This is the Wake Up Call live from the Bonanza Casino in Reno, Nevada. I'm Ken McKim, and this is your Tech Bites update. So, once again, I came across this story that was just so cool, and when you stop to think about it, you're going to wonder why no one ever did this with this technology before. Now, let me give you a little bit of a history lesson here. We're talking about something called lenticular printing. And it sounds all space agey and new, but really it's been around since the 1940s. And essentially, if you remember the toys you would get in a Cracker Jack, box of Cracker Jack, where you'd have a picture on a little postage stamp size toy, and you would move it ever so slightly, and depending on the angle that you were looking at the picture, it would appear different. We'll throw to this short graphic here to illustrate what I'm talking about. It's very cool stuff. It's very simple, though. Like I said, it's been around since the 1940s, and lots of companies have used lenticular printing to just kind of add some spice to their ads and be able to show a little bit different information within one basic concept ad. So that's what we've got. So someone took this concept and applied it in a way that is, well, it's amazing to me. Like I said, I can't believe that it hasn't been done before. There is a company called ANAR, an organization. It's the Spanish organization, Aid to Children and Adolescents at Risk. And what they have done is they have come up with a campaign about child abuse. They use this lenticular printing technology to show a distinctly different ad depending on the height of the person viewing the ad. So if you're an adult, you see one image with one message. But if you're a child under a certain height, the ad you see is completely different and includes a phone number to call if you know someone that's being abused, or maybe you yourself are being abused. So I found this short video clip that illustrates really well how this technology is being used to fight child abuse. It's really cool. So we're going to cut to that video, and then we'll come back on the other side and talk about it a little bit more. Here it is. It's really cool. One minute. Seconds. Stand by. So, I think this is probably one of the... I get excited about stuff like this. This is amazing technology. that's being used in an amazing way to do some real tangible good. And when you see this and you think, why hasn't this been tried, but why has no one done this before? But I'm just glad they're doing it now. I think this is brilliant, it's clever, and it's so simple. It doesn't require any really expensive, technology or printing techniques or anything. Like I said, lenticular printing has been around since the 40s. This kind of stuff just gets me excited. It's another way that we can actually take technology and use it in practical ways that are genuinely helpful to people. I mean, think of how many kids this is going to help. I don't know. I just get all verklempt and stuff talking about it. It's really exciting for me. So anyway, I just wanted to share it with you guys because I love to share this kind of stuff. Stella, is this not creepy? Well, I mean, because of the images, of course, if you're a kid and you see this battered and bruised child on a billboard, you're going to be a little creeped out. But again, the overriding theme is that it's empowering potential victims or people that might know potential abuse victims to actually act and to do so in a way that's kind of confidential, but right there in the public view, which is awesome. So I love it. So where do I find all this cool stuff, Jane? I do a lot of reading. I mean, I love reading anyway, but since I started doing the show last year, I do so much reading. And if you want to find cool stuff, it's really easy to do just doing Google key searches, keyword searches, but I can't say enough good things about Flipboard. You can curate a wide variety of topics on there, and it presents it to you in this really cool format. I'm all about flashy graphical interfaces. I'm all about eye candy with my software, and that's just me. I'm a squirrel. But Flipboard is a really cool app. You can do all kinds of searches, and then it just feeds this information to you based on your keywords, and it's available for Android and iOS, and it's awesome. So that's a good way to expose yourself to new content that you otherwise might not find. There's all kinds of sites. So yeah, I lead a really exciting life. I do a lot of reading. But anyway, thank you guys. I'm glad that you enjoy the content that we bring to you. Olive, do I teach? No, I don't. I don't have the patience probably to be a full-time teacher. I really admire the people that do because it takes a very special personality to do that. And the teachers who go into it, God bless them for it. So anyway, we've got a lot to get to on the show, so please don't go anyway. Send me your comments to ken@loadedtv.com, and stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're watching The Wake Up Call.
And you want a salt and pepper to taste. Hi, I'm Chef Dave Preston, Chef de Cuisine of Wake Up Call on LoadedTV.com. I'm also Nevada's guru of the good life, and I live in a world where without technology, I would fall so far behind. I use technology every day. I use the internet. I use video on demand, and I have a high-tech phone, and it all comes from Charter Communications. They have a thing called the Triple Play. For $29.95 a month for the first 12 months, you get the fastest internet according to PC Magazine, over 10,000 titles on video demand, and a telephone that has local and long-distance calling unlimited. It's a great way to resource. It's a great way to get knowledge and information. It's something I live with each and every day. Again, it's called the Charter Triple Play. If you want to find out a little bit more about it, you can call 855-75-SWITCH or go online for charter.com and learn about the Charter Triple Play. It's my preference. It makes me better at what I do, and you can say that Nevada's guru of the good life said Charter Communications will answer all your questions.
New Charter Triple Play. TV, internet, and phone for just $29.99 a month each when bundled. Call 855-81-T-PLAY now.
Hey everybody, thanks for sticking with us through the commercial break. And you just saw a really quick commercial for the Mighty Surf Lords. And look, they're here in person! Okay. So you are watching The Wake Up Call here on LoadedTV.com. Introduce yourselves. Good morning, by the way.
Hi, good morning, Natalie.
How's it going?
Good, good. I'm Billy Woods, guitar player for the Mighty Surf Lords.
Good morning. You do more than that, don't you?
Oh, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And introduce yourself. Good morning.
Carmen Robbins, and I play the bass.
Play the bass. And what's your drummer's name? He's
Jan.
not here today.
Jan.
Jan.
Jan Hansen.
Yeah. These guys are here, local band here in Reno and Sparks, and you guys have a few events coming up.
Yes.
So we wanted to kind of talk a little bit about what's going on with you guys.
Okay.
So let's talk about which one is first chronologically.
Today.
It's today?
Yes. this afternoon at Paradise Park.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I'd want to come, but I don't know if I'm going to
Well,
be able to.
we have another one for you.
Okay.
To.
All right.
June 1st.
Yes, June 1st. All right, so
have
this
to make
today,
that
though,
one.
let's talk about today, because this has a charity component involved, right?
Yes, it does, actually.
Okay.
We're playing for Seniors Day at the Paradise Park. It looks like because of the weather that we're going to be in the activity center.
Oh,
I know,
yeah.
but we were hoping to have it outside, and maybe
Maybe.
there's still
we'll
time.
see.
We know how Nevada weather is.
You know Reno.
Uh-huh.
So, if people aren't familiar, now, surf music is a very specific genre
Yes.
of music.
It
Yes,
is.
But it's been around for quite a long time.
Since
It's not just
1962.
yeah. So why don't you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about the kind of music and the history of it?
Okay. It was started and invented by Dick Dale.
Okay,
He
right.
was still the king of the surf guitar, right?
Yep.
And then there was many other bands to come along and take up the surf. And what surf is it's a very happy, melodic music with a definite, distinct drum beat in it,
Okay, right?
which is backwards from rock and roll,
Okay.
right? So that's how you can tell where it's a surf song,
So why surf music?
because it makes me happy.
Because
I
it makes
love
me happy. I do
Yeah.
too. I really like it a lot. It's kind of hard, like a dun dun dun. It's hard not to be happy when you're listening to surf music. Really, I mean, even like the slower songs are usually always, the
Yeah.
romantic slower
Yes,
songs. Or whatever.
yes. Very
So you
beautiful.
guys are going to be playing. What time does that? Can anyone go, or
Yes,
is it a
absolutely.
Anyone can go.
Okay, so tell me the details of what's going on today.
It's a 50-cent donation to get in,
Wow.
Yeah.
and
Those are some 60s prices.
yeah.
True.
50 cents to get in.
We're going to start playing around 3:30, 4 o'clock, somewhere
Okay.
around in that area, and we're going to play until everybody gets tired of hearing surf music.
Okay.
So that could be like 7 o'clock this evening.
That's awesome. And then now, and this is just for the senior day.
Yeah, it's just an event that they put together to, they wanted to have it outside, and it was like a parking lot and a
Yeah.
beach party.
Right at
Yeah,
Paradise Park.
right.
Which is awesome. Oh, I'm sorry about the weather. Well, we'll wish for good weather. Maybe it'll break up and
Yeah.
clear up. And
Break out the beach ball.
so then, what's going on with this? You have even a bigger event that's going to be coming up in June, right? What's going on with that? Tell
Yes,
me.
we do.
Go ahead, Carmen.
All right, well, this one's going to be at Anchors, June 1st,
Okay.
1 o'clock p.m. It's going to start. We have 5 surf bands
That's awesome.
from all over California, some young bands. What's their names, babe?
The Sneaky Tikis.
The Sneaky Tikis, love that.
We have the Aqua Velvets, who are a classic.
One of my favorites.
Awesome.
Beautiful, and they're going to be playing during dinner, and that's
Okay.
important as far as their music goes. It's very melodic and just fun, beautiful
Dreamy.
music. We
Cool.
have a couple other bands, and like I said, there's 5 bands, and the price is $20. They're also going to have some dinner and ticket,
Over at
packages.
Anchors, okay.
And we're going to go over to Anchors soon. We're getting our tickets and our posters today.
Okay.
So we'll have the availability to advertise that, and it's limited space.
Okay.
I think we're gonna be able to sell probably about 200 tickets, and that's about it.
That's it. Okay.
Because it's supposed to be outside. We'll probably have outside and inside.
And then again, you're getting that beach feeling because you're right by there in the Sparks
It is.
Marina.
It's right
So that's awesome.
Sparks Marina. They have the best food. They claim that their clam chowder is 100% guaranteed. If
Okay.
you don't like it, you can send it back.
Can't beat
It's
that.
awesome.
And it's amazing food.
And it starts at 1 o'clock and goes till 11 o'clock at night.
Wow,
So it's an
okay.
all-day
I mean,
event,
all
all ages.
So it's all ages.
All ages.
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah, that works out well.
So it's $20, and that gets them in the door?
It gets them in the door.
Okay,
Gets them in
so
the door.
that's basically for the music then.
Yes.
Okay, so everything else is separate. If you want that guaranteed clam chowder, you gotta get that separately. But I love that it's all ages because there's not a whole lot of that, you know.
Right.
Where you can
Right,
bring
and-
your kids maybe and have them listen to
Exactly.
music.
Exactly. And we have a lot of people that have young kids that they want to bring and they don't get to, so this will be a chance for them.
So, besides the events that you guys have coming up, what else is going on with you guys?
Well, you know about our Loving Hearts Club.
No.
Really?
Am I supposed to
Okay.
know? I'm sorry.
Wow.
I think that's the reason why
You're
we
the
were on
only
here.
one who does.
Oh. Okay, no, let's get to that. No.
Okay.
I guess I got confused. Yes. Tell me about that.
Well, as most people know, we go out and feed the homeless every Sunday.
Oh.
And so what we are is a community-based group.
Okay.
Community helping community.
That's awesome.
And so we do not accept cash.
Okay.
We accept food, cards, or food, clothing, blankets, anything warm.
Okay.
And we distribute it every Sunday.
Okay.
We started with like 5 members 4 years ago.
Yes, we did.
We have hundreds
Really?
of
Look
members
at you.
now who could show up at any given Sunday.
Yes, and we
with food.
normally have between 30, is it okay if I talk?
Sure.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. We have between 30 to 60 members that show up
Wow.
every Sunday.
And
Without
where do
fail.
you guys have different locations, or is it always
Nope.
the same
No, the
location?
same one.
4th and Record Street.
Okay, I know what it
Tent
is.
City.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like a big potluck. You know, people say, well, what do I do? Well, just bring a dish you share with your family and bring it and share it with a smile.
You know,
And that's it.
that's really heartwarming, and I'll tell you why. Because I think, you know, people. There's so many charities, right?
Yes.
Charities for this, save the whales, save those snails. But a lot of times, you know, these very popular charities, and I don't get me wrong, I believe in
I
a
know
lot
what
of these
you're gonna
things,
say.
cancer research and heart and the Junior Diabetes Foundation, but they have a lot of money, and a lot of times. And that's and rightfully so. They're helping people.
Yeah.
But people who don't have anything maybe to give back, you know, you guys are not playing at the ballroom for everybody, giving thousands and thousands of dollars. You're
Exactly.
playing for people and giving to people who really can't give you anything back.
Oh, yeah, that's the beauty of it.
And, well, right, but I mean, that's, I think, you know, there's not a lot of prestige, there's not a lot of, you know, like I said, these, you know, you have these dinners with, oh, it must cost $1,000 to come and, you know,
Right.
give your money away to charity.
Exactly.
So I think that's good, and I think that you guys who did it on a grassroots level and just went in there and said, we're going to do it, we're going to change what, you know, what's going on. So how can people get involved with that if they want to?
Just show up.
Just show up,
Any
yeah.
Sunday
Okay.
at 5 p.m. at 4th and Record Street with some food or some clothing, or just come on down and serve some of the food
So it's
that we
as
have.
little as or as much as you'd like to
Absolutely.
do.
You can come and bring a smile and help serve. A
Yeah,
lot of times
okay.
people bring food, they drop it off because they can't
Yeah.
stay.
Right.
So we need someone who serves.
So what time?
5
5
p.m.
o'clock.
5 p.m. Okay, and then do you guys play?
Sometimes.
We
Sometimes
have.
you do. Okay.
We will again.
And what if other musicians wanted to come down and play? Could they contact you, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then because that also brings a smile, I think, a little
Oh,
levity to the situation,
Absolutely.
right?
As long, anything to give them hope.
Yeah.
Anything to show them we care about them.
Lift
They're
them
not
up a little.
throwback.
Yeah.
Someone
And let me tell you something.
no one cares about.
Anybody can become homeless. I'll tell you that right
That's
now. You
right.
never know. So
Right.
that is
For
just
sure.
really wonderful. Hey, you guys, get out to, if you can, go out today at 4 p.m., did you say?
Yeah.
4 p.m. at
4 p.m.
Paradise Park. It's super inexpensive to go and see a great band. Also, they're going to be June 1st at Anchors. How can they contact you about that?
Well, you know, they can come on Facebook if they want.
Okay.
Or
So the Mighty Surf Lords?
287-7593.
Okay.
There you
Or you can maybe even contact Anchors if
Absolutely.
get it that way.
Anchors will have tickets
Go
as of
have
today.
dinner
Yes.
for them because I love Anchors.
Yeah,
They really
and they're
try
really
hard.
supporting as well. So you could do that. That's going to be June 1st. 5 bands, only $20. It's going to be fun. It's all ages, outdoors. It ought to be really fun on a Saturday. And also, if you'd like to, you can go and help out every Sunday at 5 p.m. at Tent City in Reno, Nevada. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. And you should look it up and educate yourself. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you,
We appreciate it. We're going to be right back with the Wake Up Call here on LoadedTV.com.
Surf's up.
I'm stepping out with my baby. Can't go wrong 'cause I'm in right. Ask me when will the day be? The big day may be tonight. What a night!
Come to Reno's newest cabaret, the Polo Lounge, where you drink with sophistication and humor.
Good night and good luck. Oh, whoops, we had to finish.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking
Okay,
about?
so yeah, Dave's ready to go.
That scared me.
You're going, wait a minute. Sorry.
Hey, I just want to say really quickly, before we're going to get into events, we didn't get into any of the chat, and I'm sorry, I was way over there, and I can't see well. So, they were saying that they love surf music. They do have the summer event, which is going to be June 1st, and if they have any other ones, we'll let you guys know. And Paul says he's going to check you guys out. They said, Carmen, you're a very lovely person.
Hey, it's all good.
I just wanted to get to that.
All right, now it's
Moving
time for
on.
events brought to us by the Reno News and Review.
Check it out.
If you're in the know, you read the news.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's all good thing. All right.
Great stuff in here. All right, let's go.
I got some. The Western Heritage Festival is happening this weekend, May 10th through the 11th, in downtown Sparks. It's the Western Heritage Festival.
Ooh, that's awesome.
It's free to the public.
Nice.
And it's got Nevada arts and cultures. And there will also be demonstrations in basket weaving, spinning, quilting, and even saddle making. And the activities for children include dummy roping. There will be stick horse barrel racing.
Fun.
There's going to be antique engine displays, and there'll be a display of square dancing. It starts throughout the afternoon, and they'll have performances by cowboy poets, musicians, dancers. So it's Western Heritage in Sparks, and it's right downtown in Victorian Square. So that's something for the whole family to do, and it's all free.
That is so awesome. Here's something that's not free, but pretty cool. Charlie Palmer. Now, this is today.
Right.
No, excuse me, tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
This is Charlie Palmer. This guy's doing all kinds of stuff. The La Dolce Roma Pasta and Italian Wine Festival, 6 to 8 p.m. It's $30 at the door. Well, let me tell you, Charlie Palmer ain't no slouch.
Yeah,
so,
he does good work.
Yeah.
And he's
yummy.
He's one of the leaders today in the restaurant industry.
So that's at Grand Sierra, 21 and over, you guys, if you want to go to that. Wednesday, tomorrow, 6 p.m.
And I'll be there.
Are you?
I will be there.
Yeah, and then tomorrow also we've got Live at the Polo Lounge
Absolutely.
too. So you should come down and say hi.
How are you going to manage all
have
that
a drink,
stuff?
I move fast.
Frank really would like to see people in there drinking, and we would like to have a drink with you. So come on down and
sounds like
have a
fun.
drink with us.
Also,
5 o'clock tomorrow.
This weekend, once again, it's Chili on the Comstock, and it's also called the inaugural Fireball Crawl.
So much going on.
Of course, Virginia City. This is the 30th annual Chili on the Comstock Cook-Off, and the people who win this event, and I judged it last year, and we were there. Loaded TV was last year. Go on to the national, and this is in Virginia City. It's on C Street, which you know is all right downtown, and it's all kinds of things. It's a 2-day event, and
is it Saturday and Sunday?
It's Saturday and Sunday, and they do salsas. They do red and they do green chilies, and you get a chance to taste it. And once again, the winners go on to this is the International Chili Society World Finals later in Las Vegas. Is later this year, and it's just all kinds of fun things to do. And there's all kinds of prizes, all kinds of booths, all kinds of displays. And once again, it's going to be 75, 80 degrees this weekend, and that's great to go up to Comstock. And there's all kinds of tasting. You can buy what they call a tasting kit.
Right, that sounds yummy.
It's $5, and then the inaugural Fireball Crawl.
It's only $5?
It's only $5 for tasting kits.
Fireball Crawl?
Yes.
And, that's awesome.
That's going to be all kinds of hot stuff. And you got what they got in like the red hot cinnamon drinks. They're going to do all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, that'll
You got to be 21 for that. Again, there's a family fun zone, so there's always something for the kids to do. Great thing up in Virginia City, the Comstock this time of the weekend. Yes.
Yeah, we might have to go on Sunday.
That's right. Because your mom lives up there, right?
Yeah. May 11th, Reno Aces Ballpark. We've got looks like Reno versus Iowa. So that's at 6:35, and it's Friday, so that means of course they do fireworks. So that's a really impressive display.
Actually, they're in town starting tonight against the Area 51s.
Right. That's a fun team game, isn't it?
Is it the 51s or is it the Storm Chasers? Anyhow, they're in town tonight. The first pitch is at 5:05. So go and see that. If you are a rock hound, a rock fan, Gems. There's a Jackpot of Gems show, which is the Reno Sparks Livestock Events Center. It's from 10 to 5 on Saturday and 10 to 4 on Sunday, and it's all about gems. And so if you like minerals, gems, rocks, anything, that's at the Livestock Events Center right over there by the fairgrounds. Can't miss it. And also the NorCal Miniature Horse Show. I have a good friend here in town who has those miniature horses, and they are the cutest little things. I mean, literally, they probably barely come up just a little above my knee.
Yeah, they are.
And they're cute, and they're very show.
Like Sebastian on Parks and Recreation.
It's just unbelievable. It's Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. daily, and again, it's at the Livestock Events Center, which is right next to the gym, so you'll see it. There's the big arena where we have a lot of rodeo events, and then there's the event where they have a lot of the crafts. That's where the gem show is. The mini horse show is right.
So then you have the mini horses trying to eat the gems.
Absolutely.
And chaos ensues, and
it's a fun thing, and it's a great thing. And then also this weekend is Mother's Day.
Yes.
So pay very close attention. And one of the big events always held here in Reno is Moms on the Run. And of course, it's the nonprofit, and it's all about running for the cancer, for women's cancer, particularly breast cancer. There's a 5K, a 10K, and then there's a 3K and a 5K walk, and it's a lot of fun, and there's all kinds of fun things to do there. 7 a.m. for late registration, 8:30 opening ceremonies, 9 to noon, the race and the awards. It's $40, and then $10 for children under 10, but again, it's a nonprofit, so that means if you do write a check, it's a deductible, but more importantly,
it's
one of the biggest and best supports of women and women's breast cancer, and I've done it many times before, so it's a fun thing to do, and it's a great thing to get your Mother's Day started. What a great way to make a commitment to women. Get your Mother's Day. Moms on the Run. It's at Reno High School.
So much going on this weekend. I mean, I didn't even know about the chili on the Comstock. I guess maybe we'll go on. Oh, but Sunday is Mother's Day.
Yeah. It's hard. It's a hard.
There's too much to do.
And that's the thing about Reno in the summer. There's always so many little things. There's like Saturday's the wine walk too. The wine walk from 1 to 4 downtown. So.
Well, and if you enjoy too much of that, Mother's Day becomes very painful, doesn't it?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I can't be hungover with my mom and mom's day.
And there's just about every casino in town has an extraordinary treat for moms if you want to be really
even
fun.
Here at the Bonanza Casino.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We're going to be doing a little commercial and a little segment about that as well, about the champagne brunch that's going to be going on here at the Bonanza. And let me tell you something, do not wait to get your reservations for Mother's Day, because you will be
already out of luck. I'm
well,
sorry to say it. There's a lot of
maybe not
that are
still a few places probably.
Places,
and I'm telling you, you call, and it's so funny. I always have this thing whenever I try to, it'll be fine, and then I call and they're like, no, and I'm like, oh, wah, wah. It's like I really feel like that, like what a dum-dum. So you really have to get on this early. You can come down here to the Bonanza Casino. We're going to be talking about that this week as well. All right, I'll be at Circus both nights, 10 to 2 a.m. So you have plenty of time to go to any of these other events and still come and see me play.
What else? Don't forget T-Bone Tuesday tonight.
Yes, T-Bone Tuesday. Come on.
Tonight at the Bonanza, you can't beat it. Come down, go get your player's card, $9.95. Yep. A beautiful T-bone and French fries, and it's one of the best deals in town.
So come down with the money that you save on the T-bone. You can play a few rounds of craps and maybe make some of the money back.
Absolutely, you believe
Moms on the Run, it's a great event. Thank you so much. Helen says Moms on the Run is a great event. Lee says, Paul says no more Reno Aces, they suck.
No.
And then King says that he likes them. But, sorry, that just makes me laugh. And Lee says he's going to go to that chili on the Comstock. Yes, so that sounds like a lot of fun. But you're not doing it this year.
I don't think so. The problem is I'm still way behind on my emails for being gone a week. Having 2 email addresses, there's in excess
twice as much spam.
There's like over 200 emails, and I just haven't got back to so many people because I got many things I got to get done, as they say. But I probably won't judge this year. But if I do, I'll be on Sunday. It'll just be on Sunday.
Well, I may be going up on Sunday. I don't know. We're having a breakfast for my mother down here, but then maybe I'll zip up there and see.
Yeah, we're doing breakfast with my mom, and then this is the year that my wife's birthday falls on Mother's Day.
There you go.
So it's a big day.
Are you taking her out?
Things are really kind of
maybe not
tight right now, so probably not.
We'll bring presents.
We'll have to do a late celebration.
We'll give her presents.
It'll be fun. It's a big day.
All right, so it's time for us to go.
Yep.
It's another day. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock here on LoadedTV.com network, zooming around the world from the biggest little city, Reno, Nevada, and the Bonanza Casino. We'll see you in the morning. Bye, guys.